Good to see you. So today, let's talk in our 7 minutes of marketing about your pre-trade show webinar and your post-trade show webinar. You could do one, you could do both. You got a show coming up here next month, maybe. Let's talk about how to make that work. So here's a step-by-step you can use. So let's talk first about why. So, why do a webinar? One, you can be the resource on the topic. So, I did a webinar this morning actually, and we were talking about some specifications and how it helps people and what the upside, what the benefit is. And in that case, we're the resource. We can help people with whatever problem they have and make sure they can turn to us for whatever they need. Second reason to do a webinar is it helps build that know, like, and trust. So, did a webinar last week that was around calibration, and that was great because it helped people get to know the company, the people at the company, and once somebody knows you, and they start to like you and they trust you, then the next step, of course, is that they'll do business with you if it's a fit. So if it helps everybody and it's a win-win for everybody, building that know, like, and trust is super crucial. And a webinar is a great way to do it. Third thing about it that's a good benefit for you is you can figure out what burning questions your customers have and bake that into the content of your webinar. So, in thinking about your webinar, know that you can be the resource, realize that you can build that know, like, and trust. And then, of course, you can address all those top burning questions that your customers have about the latest technology or the latest kind of project or application or thing that they're doing, right? All right, let's talk about the recipe and how to do it. I'm going to share with you my favorite way to do a webinar that makes it really, really easy and takes work off your plate and just makes basically the webinar the amount of time you spend plus maybe a little bit of prep time as well. It's not like a big, long, crazy prep. You got this. All right, so here's the recipe. Oh, and you can pick this up for me. I actually have a chapter in my book that lays out, it's got templates and stuff right in here that you can grab the exact thing that I used today, I used last week, and that we're using for. I was just working on somebody's post show webinar too. We got one of those coming up as well, and we'll use the same recipe. So you can grab that recipe from me. Just text the word webinar to me at +1 530 203 5703. When you text that word, it's going to come back and say, what's your email? Give me your email. And then it's going to automatically send the PDF or the link to you. Okay. So the recipe, here's one of the things. And one of the guys I was working with this morning said that this worked great for them. We have two people on the webinar. And the reason is you don't have to do what I'm doing right now, which is talk to camera where I don't have anybody here with me. Wish I did, but I don't. So for this 7 minutes, it's okay. I got this. But when you're doing something a little bit longer, doesn't need to be much longer, but a little longer. Great to have a buddy. They don't need to be in the room with you. Totally okay. In this case, I was on the webinar briefly, but the two main people this morning were in the UK. They weren't together, they were far apart. We're all on Zoom. And it's great because you can have a conversation. We set up three key points. So the three key points are, what we're going to talk about today. And then the kickoff for the webinar is always talking about what those three key points are. Hey, glad you're here. Stay with us for the next 30 minutes. You're going to find out about A, B, and C. We're going to answer your questions live at the end. So that way you're speaking what's in it for me right out of the gate to them immediately, which everybody loves. So that is a beautiful recipe. Three key points, spend about 5-ish minutes per point. Be sure to kick off the webinar explaining what people will benefit from. Get into your points. By the end, it's about 20-ish minutes. You've saved 10 minutes for QA. Boom. Works really well. If you just really feel the need to do a demo or some other thing, you can say, hey, stay with me for 30 minutes. We'll be at the end. You can stay on longer if you want to see this demo, and we'll get into some of the details in the software or whatever the thing is that you want to show. Beautiful recipe. Totally recommend it. Gosh, so much to talk about. We could hit me up later if you want to talk about how to do the pre-event and the registration promo and stuff like that, and the follow-up, because all that is a piece of it as well. I will say, let's wrap by saying Make it super easy for them to take the next step with you. So, whatever the next step is, meet you at the show, get on a call with you, download a demo, go to this research page and get these cool resources. Like, if they like what you're doing, give them a really easy next step to get more. So, there you go. That's my pre trade show webinar, post trade show webinar recipe outline plan for you. Enjoy. If you ever want help with that, I love doing those. Glad to do it. And yeah, have a beautiful day. Talk soon. Bye.